Today is called The Great Alphabet Fight by Johnny Erickson Tata and Steve Jensen. The Great Alphabet Fight and How Peace Was Made. Story by Steve Jensen. Illustrations by Johnny Erickson Tata. In that lazy time between reading and recess, I closed my eyes to find a secret door. With a dream and a glance, I crawled into a room that smelled like my grandfather's attic. The walls were covered with paper that was bumpy and peeling. The floors creaked as I stepped on its boards. Books lay everywhere on the shelves and on the floor. Where am I? I wondered. This place looks so odd. It can't be my school. Sunlight shone ahead and I followed on tiptoes. It's so quiet. I wonder if I should be here. I wasn't invited and I really should go back to school, but I couldn't resist just one step more. What a surprise! I was in school after all. It wasn't my school of metal and noise, but an old school of wood and quiet. The room was empty except for one hamster and a turtle in a fishbowl. The drips of soggy mittens splashed and sizzled on the fat, round stove. I walked to the front and stopped beside the teacher's desk. Where is everyone? I wondered aloud. What kind of school has no teachers or kids? A school where words are born, of course, came a reply. I turned toward the door, but no one was there. Only a row of letters pinned to the board. Who said that? I asked. Who else but me, said the letter T, and I'm tough enough to teach you some lessons, you know. Two letters popped off and danced a duet. If you sneeze, said G, I'll say God bless you. And if you wipe your nose on your sleeve, said Mrs. M, I'll say mind your manners, young man. Welcome to our school, greeted A. I'm afraid you've come at a most embarrassing time. The letters C and E are in the midst of a dreadful fight. They live next door to each other in the alphabet, you see, and, well, we've been trying to find a way to make them stop. But it's no use. We've given up. Before A could explain, I heard an angry cry. I don't like you, letter C, said C, and I especially don't like your silly words, especially eggplant and elephant. Oh, just admit it, C, said E proudly. You wish you had my good looks. I'd be angry too if I spelled words like cranky, cold, and crabby. You ought to be easy and breezy like me. C began bending at the curves. I'd never be a square-headed, three-toed egghead like you. C's friends tried to show him how special he was. Take a look, C. You're part of a great word called excellent. It's quite an honor, don't you think? C's anger turned to tears and he sniffled. There, don't you see? E has all the luck. Look how many E's are in excellent. C crawled away to his own little world. Now, C, said B, you can't behave better than that. Look at J. He's not in many words, but he's a jolly joker all the time. And look at X. She's used even less often, but she's always exciting and expressive. Never ever cross. Oh, buzz off, answered C. Nothing will ever bring E and me together again. The alphabet seemed doomed to have two letters at war. Not so fast, interrupted D. I've been listening to all of this from my place at the end of the alphabet, and I have an idea. C and E listened, but stayed far apart. It seems you two need a friend to bring you together. I'd be willing to give up my special place next to Z. It's worth the move to end all this fighting. I'd promise to share my time with both of you. When my letter is small, I can chit-chat with C, and when I'm a capital, I'd be great company for E. The other letters were excited about the idea. Come on, said D. Come on, D, said A. Quick, move in before we lose any other words over this fight. D said goodbye to Z and made a new home between C and E. It did not take long for things to change. D had good long talks with his new neighbors. D showed E the fun side of C, and C saw the wonder of E. They both apologized for the way they acted. I'm sorry, said C, for being so angry. I'm sorry for being so proud, said E. Soon they both enjoyed being together again in words like echo and ice cream. And D became a hero. For his efforts, he was awarded new words, such as the custom, among the letters of the alphabet. D's new words were drawn on the board. Daffodils, delightful, and divine. Everyone oohed and awed. But there was one more word yet to be born. A announced in a loud voice, as a sign that the fighting between C and E is now over, we hereby declare that every quarrel should end in a new word, peace. It's an end to all fighting and a beginning for friends. And how perfect that every piece should end with C and E. Hooray! What a perfect word! Everyone shouted, hooray for peace! D smiled and said, it's time you went back to class, young man. Be sure to tell them what you've learned. Make peace wherever you can. I will, I said, and I waved my dream goodbye. And there's some pictures of Johnny Erickson Tata, the lady that drew the pictures for the book. I wanted you to see one special picture. Flip all the way over here. She drew all the pictures in this book with her mouth, holding the pencil or the colored pencil in her mouth.